shit. Okay, go ahead, Joy.
Hey everybody, welcome to Blerdz with Attitude, episode number 3. I'm your host, Joy, aka Mother, here to love you. Go on, y'all, introduce yourselves.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy G. How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's ready to rock with us for a good night tonight. It's gonna be a good night.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Shinobi Wick, aka Javon Wick. On my Shikamaru shit, man. I got my little bun going on, man.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Laurinator, aka Miss Marvel 83, ready to get at you with everything black, nerd, and in between. ATL.
Hey guys, it's your boy King Kalechi, the gang star
Black, nerd, and in
BWA.
between.
Today I am just giving out that sugar on that mountain.
Oh, for real?
Oh,
What is
LA.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
LA.
yeah?
I love this dude saying.
Right. It's my turn. Hey, it's came on 4 or 5 here, representing DC. You know what I mean? All right. Laughing. Anyone? Going
Jazzy.
next?
Hey everybody, this is your girl Siren Noir, aka Thigh Master, aka Ash. I'm a dark seductress that loves everything Vegeta, luring men and women to their deaths in dark anime. Per usual, we have a great show for you tonight, so stay tuned. Get your teacup.
That is scary.
Your wine cup tonight. Your wine cup.
Oh, your wine cup. I have a Red Bull. Sorry.
Cheers.
Ready.
Jazz.
Alrighty, well, it's your girl Jazzy. I'm a cosplayer of at Jazz Plays. Make sure you give me a follow on Facebook and Instagram. And I hope you guys enjoy the show tonight.
Is that everybody? Oh, no. No, not. Coco, can you unmute yourself, darling?
Yeah, I didn't even realize I was muted. I was sitting here talking. Coco Khaleesi, the Matter Targaryen. Gonna be eating snacks for LT tonight since he couldn't make it because he had to work.
Aw,
Here's
that's
the
sweet.
LT.
Yeah,
Shout
some
out
LT
to
tonight.
LP.
He asked me to eat for him, so I'm doing that.
All right. So, how's everybody's week been? Everybody's week been good? Everybody been doing their thing?
You know, it's been.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the best way to put it. It's been.
It's been.
It's been.
Eventful, very eventful.
Very eventful.
Very,
Make
very
ready
eventful.
for. I'm ready for December at this point. Just forget all the rest of it. Just let's move on to the end of the year and get it over with. Cause
All right.
It's on its
Whatever
way.
nonsense, whatever
We'll
nonsense
be
is
trapped in
coming my
2020
way.
forever.
Ted, don't say no shit like
Say
that.
that. So what the
Because,
hell?
The zombies are gonna come first, man.
Whoa.
I just
I
came
was
for my
looking-
money, and that's it.
As soon as possible.
That's it. I just want my money.
I was
all right,
looking
y'all. So
on.
we going. Oh, go ahead, Garrett. Go ahead.
I was looking online this week, and it was. I noticed some things. Dr. Dre, nonsense by Dre was in the news again. Nonsense by Dre, and so they was in there talking mainly about how his wife stole some money from him, and now they
Let me go
talking
ahead
about
and
giving
pull
her.
up for this.
My
I'm
question
like,
is,
bruh, I mean, did she deserve that time, or is that supposed to be time served because of what happened between her and Dr. Dre? What y'all think?
I don't think she's gonna go to jail.
Reparations.
I don't think so either. How can you
I don't think
steal
she's gonna go to
money
jail.
from your husband's bank account? That's a joint bank account. How can you steal from a joint bank account?
It was a business account.
But
Ooh.
her name was still on it. It was a joint bank account. She has authorization to take it. So, like, how can you steal?
Well, I will say that y'all know how things work in court. You can't testify against the husband. Y'all already know how this gonna go. Court is actually, set up by men, so you know that this is going to actually rule in his favor. Also knowing Dre got plenty of people on his team to do what he needs them to do, how he wants them to do it. there will be no discretion between lawyers. There will be no discretion of the judge. There will be no fair and equal justice for this woman. She's going to federal prison. But the good thing is, because she's a rich Black woman, she'll go to federal court. She'll go to a good one. She'll have a nice little setup. She's gonna get good food, a nice little room. She'll be all right. She'll be all right.
The nice little room with the tennis court.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's white collar. That's white collar.
Yeah, that's.
She not
that's
going
that
to
white collar
Oz.
crime.
She not doing
No.
Orange is the New Black. Like
Yeah, she gonna be where Martha was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insider traders, all that type of stuff. Bernie
Probably
Madoff,
do
them
the same
people.
type of thing that, like, you know, what Aunt Becky did. Like, she would be in there 2 weeks and like, I learned my lesson. It was really hard. I got it.
Learned my lesson.
I'll never do it again.
Right, I'll never do it again. I learned my lesson.
Never again.
That would be all right either way.
But this is what I feel like. I just feel like because she's been with Dre so long, I know she got some dirt on that nigga. So I wouldn't be surprised if this gets settled out of court. Where it'd be like, look, I'm gonna expose the fact that you bisexual unless you let this go.
Oh, Jesus.
Girl, but you know it's 2020 and it'll be
That's
too
not a
much.
big deal.
Even if it's 2021, that's not even for Dr. Dre, because you know he won't have plenty to say about it afterwards.
And that would
it
get
ain't
people
gonna
on
be,
his side.
it's not gonna get smoothed over.
Folks.
Right.
But you know, he's
exactly.
supposed to
He'll
be
out.
supposed to be one of the founders of gangster rap. And
Yeah, I
like,
still
he
feel
like
like
little boys.
that's gonna
Yeah, that
do
would
a
fuck
little
up his
something
reputation.
with his
Yeah, that's gonna
future.
tarnish his image. Like, you talking about a dude that was a gangster rapper on death row, and he like boys. There's nothing wrong with liking boys, but you know how the rap industry is when it comes to masculinity. Even though it's very toxic, you know, that's how they be getting down.
You got too many Black people now. Not too many, but not to say it like that. But you'd have too many African Americans in the hip hop industry who are gay. Like, we know them. And so I honestly don't think that it's going to be a big issue, even with his history. It's going to be like, well, it's out in the open. The only people that's going to be complaining is people from way back when with Dr. Dre. They're going to be the only ones making some noise about it. It's not going to be the generation now and where we are.
No,
of course not going to be the generation
now.
Those are
But
this
it's like,
generation.
how many people from the generation now, you know, buying NWA and Chronic and, you know, Death Row? Like, how many people from this generation, you know, are supporting the old movement like that?
The people who like are doing that, who support the old movement, probably still have it on CD somewhere and listening to it and putting it in their cars every day. So
it is true. I do have it.
Are you raising your hand, Sam? Because if so, you need to do that like higher than.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't recognize his hand. Cam, Sam, I see you. I see you, Sam.
We see each other.
We see you, Sam. I am.
Thank
Sugar
you.
Mountain.
First of all, I'm not surprised. Actually, no, I am surprised at the fact that obviously there's allegations that he's bisexual or whatever. Like, that's news to me. But my thing is, she should get some kind of settlement regardless of what you've done. So we don't know the full backstory, but my thing is, why the hell, just my opinion, why the hell does she need 6.5 million in expenses? Because there was a post recently that said that she requested 6.5 million and she broke it down. So a lot of it was like maternity, finance, obviously upkeep in general. But do you really need 6.5 million? And that's like consistent. My thing is, look, just settle it, just take a lump sum and go about your business. Because at the end of the day, we don't know the full story, but his personal life isn't great. His last 2 relationships wasn't great. But the fact that these lot are still fighting over money, just settle it out of court and just be done with it. But yeah, just saying.
Well, me personally, I would just try to get as much money as I want.
Keith, you next. Go ahead, Keith. I'm sorry.
All right, I guess since there's a lot of stuff we don't know, like, did they sign a prenup? Did they do this? it could be argued in court in a lot of cases like this that the 6.5 million is necessary simply because she has a certain lifestyle she has to maintain. And by that, they mean expenses, things that she might own that needs to be kept up. And suddenly the sudden separation can be, in fact, it can be like a loss of assets on her end, a loss of assets on his end. And, that's yeah, court. Yeah. When it comes to divorce court, it's like really messy. So, and it comes down to money, resources. So, but yeah, at that level of income, yeah, that's how they do it.
It also boils down to, did you know this person was like that prior to you marrying him? And she knew who he was prior to him marrying her. So that's going to have an effect on her too, because the attorneys is going to ask that question. They're going to be like, "Did you know he was like this? What did you suffer? Did you know other women before you suffered it?" And she's going to try to put that front, like with the violence and everything. She's going to try to put that up, and it's not going to work in her favor. They're going to be like, "He been doing this. His wife's done. His people before him have said this, and you stayed with him because." It happens in court. It's really sad, but it happens. Go ahead, Jasmine.
Yep.
My thing, so I did want to say, she wasn't asking for like 6 million like a month. She was actually asking for like 1 million a month. But still, that's $12 million a year. That's more than I would probably make my entire life. But one of the things is I'm a big firm believer in karma. And I feel as if that she did go through what she did with Dr. Dre, knowing what he went through, and it was like, because of the situation and, because of that, I've been with him for so long and how much money he makes, and I gave him all these kids, I am entitled to that. And honestly, the thing is like, I am never going to tell another woman who's been in a wonky relationship not to get your coins, because especially in regards to that situation. So I understand, like, sometimes it might seem excessive, but I honestly am too broke to even wrap my head around it. I'll be good off of $3,000 a month and I'll be set. So honestly, it is something that I'm not even aware or like, even have the the kind of mindset to wrap my head around it. So I would like to kind of see more of a breakdown personally, because I'm like, what are you spending all that money on for like laundry for? Just wash it. Tie's not that much.
Well, rich people don't think like that.
Probably
they don't
do
do nothing like that.
They do not do their own laundry.
Child, please, they don't even know what Tide is. They like, what's that? I'm tired of Tide.
It's funny with that kind of situation, because you get into this level of, because I'm gonna play devil advocate here. I'm play devil advocate and stuff like that. So I always feel like, there's always these men who do whatever they do in their relationship, or whatever their previous relationship, and they still get with these other women and stuff like that. Now, at what point is it the woman that needs to take responsibility? Like, you've seen all this shit this nigga been through. You heard about what this nigga did. You seen what this nigga did, and yet you still want to jump off into bed with this nigga. Why? Why is this what you gonna do?
Because she can change him.
Well, my question is, why now? Like, why now for all of this stuff? Like, you've been with this man for I don't know how long. You knew what he was doing. You knew what he had going on or whatever. Like, you was with this man for years before y'all even got married. Like, this isn't like a new, and then y'all been married for how many years? Like, this isn't new. If he wasn't shit before, like, if he isn't shit now, most likely he wasn't shit then. He wasn't shit last week, last year, last 15 years or whatever. So it's like, why now? I feel like there's something behind this that we don't know about, that is deeper than what we're seeing on like the surface for real. Now, just like Jazz said, I'll never not tell a woman to go in and get her coins or whatever, but I also have to play the devil's advocate here, because I also don't like ain't shit bitches. You know what I mean? Like, why now? Like, what's happened that you need his money? What happened that you can no longer be married to this man? And I get that people fall out of love and all of that good shit. It's like how messy it is. I feel like it's more than just, oh,
one day we woke up and we just didn't love each other anymore.
Maybe something happened during the pandemic. Like, there's been a rise in domestic violence cases during the pandemic. You never know, like, what could have happened. Yeah. And, like, you see people who've been married for decades and getting divorced because of this thing. And I think she just jumped on this opportunity, honestly.
You want to let Lauren go, then Keith, and then Garrett.
Well, one thing I can say is when it comes to stuff like that, especially battling it out in divorce court, what'll happen is the one side will ask for a very high amount of money. So that way, when it comes down to negotiation, they'll get what they want. Because let's say, for instance, I'm asking for $3,000 a month in spousal support. And that's all I need. I'm not going to get that $3,000. They're going to argue me down to probably about $1,500. So I'm going to ask for $10,000. So that way I can at least get the $3,000 that I wanted. And also, too, on top of that, she was very aware of the fact that he wasn't worth a damn because she almost didn't marry him because he was not worth a damn. And the fact that he had like damn near 9 kids before they got married. So there's that, too, by different women, and the fact that before they got married, he was still messing with Michelle. But like the thing about it is, it's like it was okay, and then all of a sudden it was not okay. I'm wondering if he had a baby on her, or if he beat the hell out of her, or what happened. So that's one thing. But it's like at the end of the day, he ain't shit. I really and truly think that the whole thing with her taking the money, I feel like they're gonna settle that out of court, where they might take that because it's only $400,000. They might take that $400,000 out of her spousal support and alimony because she's been married to the man for damn near 30 years. She's gonna get alimony.
Yeah.
Even though they had a prenup, she's still entitled to that because they was married for over 25 years.
I think she's going to get the 1,000 instead of the mill. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But y'all know she still might go to federal court now. But go ahead, Garrett.
No, wait.
Go ahead, Keith.
Keith, I'm sorry, love. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just gonna also double down on the fact that if it is $1 million a month, as Jasmine was saying earlier, like I looked at Dre's net worth, 800 million. Like I'm not feeling bad for him. This dude he can take that hit. Like it's not even a hit. He's not even gonna feel that.
Right. He's not feeling that no kind of way. But it's going to be interesting, especially to hear this. How the first situation came about with the prenup thing, and then now this situation with her stealing the money. It's a big debacle, and it is crazy how fast these things can spiral out of control, especially because you have those situations where more or less you get people taking sides, and then when you throw the media into it, that's when it just becomes a whole nother snowball effect. And so that's why I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm not a celebrity, because I'm very vocal and I'm very opinionated, and I would hate to feel like my opinions, I can't say nothing because people can't say or do nothing nowadays without that nonsense coming back on.
Thanks. That's right. Anybody else on this topic of Dre?
Just to piggyback off of G, because I couldn't be a celebrity either, because like I say random shit, like even in my sleep I say random shit. So I couldn't be
Oh yeah, you can go on Twitter and be like,
would be mad at me.
"Sky's blue." You got people getting mad, say, "No, man, it's also violent." So it is like that. It is. I've seen people get dragged on Twitter for like small ass things.
Sam, go ahead, love.
I was just going to say, despite slightly off topic, despite what happens with whether she gets a whole lump sum, whatever, I'm gonna still listen to the Chronic 2001 because that album is lit. Just
I can honestly say, Dre is not going to be canceled, even with all this. He ain't never been canceled. His past ain't. Everything about his past, that man has been here. We all know about him. We know about him being a preacher and everything else. We know about everything that man has done. And I still rock with his music. He ain't never been part of cancel culture, so he ain't go nowhere. Okay, I don't feel bad for him or his wife.
I still bang the Chronic because
I
Let Me
mean,
Ride is gonna be my
honestly,
shit till I die.
thanks. I don't feel bad for him or his wife. I feel like y'all both knew what it was when y'all got together. She knew what it was. Even for us to be like, whatever happened during COVID. Okay. Well, a lot of famous people have been going out, going to parties, doing everything else over COVID. So I ain't even worried about them. Y'all both got money. You gonna get more money from him. You still gonna do time in federal court because he gonna pull the strings about that money that you stole out that business account. It don't matter if both names was on it. He gonna be like, she stole it. Either it's gonna come out of what I'm paying her in alimony, or she gonna have to do the time for it. That's gonna be her two options.
Basically,
that's what her two options is gonna be.
I mean,
And she's not gonna want to take it out of alimony. She gonna do her time. She only gonna get like a year or two because she got money to get herself out.
So with all this going on, does this do y'all think that this kind of situation that Dre portrays and stuff like that, do you think that falls under toxic masculinity in the way that it kind of the way that he portrays himself and the way that the situation plays out? What y'all think?
Definitely.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dre type of ass nigga, he know that.
Because a lot of people they would more or less go along the lines of definitely saying what he did with Miss Elaine and then what he did with his wife definitely comes out as like that. But then of course you have the naysayers who say, nah, that ain't what she knew what she was doing, so that's what it is. And now, it pays the cost to be the boss, as sort of some people would say. And it's like she getting paid for all that shit. And it's like that doesn't excuse ignorance though. That doesn't excuse you to do stupid shit. So
it definitely doesn't excuse what he's done. It really doesn't. But the fact is that you just made the biggest point there is. She knew what it was before she married him. She knew how he was before she married him. And she chose to marry him, and not only marry him, stick it through for 30 years. So what happened? Or you just tired of it? Like, what's going on? Like, now you tired of it, or you just over it? Even if he had a baby on you, he's done that before with other women. So don't be like, oh my God, I'm shocked. Like, why would he do this to me? Because he's done it to other women. I just want to point that out. I just want to point that out. Okay, that's toxic. That's toxic as a female, for you to, as a female, as a woman, to be with somebody who know the situation, and then pull the, oh my God, he really hurt me, I can't believe it card. Like, no, because you should have believed it.
Like, is you dumb?
Right.
It's like the thing is, it's like I would understand that if it was like somebody like Offset or like Chris Brown or whatever, but Dr. Dre is a known physical and mental and emotional abuser. So I wouldn't put it past him to, convince her. I'm not saying that she's like completely innocent, but I would just like to understand and see what kind of convincing it could have taken for him to say, yeah, I changed. Yeah, let's do this. Or like, no, baby, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and try this again. And like in like with somebody with like, I don't know. I would just like to see both aspects of, I wish they had a reality show. I would like to see both aspects of like their relationship.
Well, reality shows aren't real.
Don't show everything. Even the ones that, like, that part too, but they really don't show everything. Like, let's take, for instance, the Braxton Family Values. They only show a little bit about what goes on with the Braxtons. But there's shit outside of closed doors that goes down that's just not being recorded. So
that was a very specific example, Braxton.
Well, because I watched the Braxton Family Values for the hilarity.
Hey, that was my show. I did not miss that show. That was my show.
Okay, Ashley.
And they had bangers. Daddy. They had bangers. They were pure comedy.
Ashley, we're gonna have to watch that together. We're gonna have to do that together, girl.
Just stream that.
All right, anybody else on this topic? We got 4 more minutes on this topic. Let's go.
Well, one thing is when it comes to reality TV, like, it's a production and there is storyline. There's really not reality behind it, unless you're watching like Real World or something like that. A lot of it is staged. And even if we did see Dr. Dre on some type of reality show, first of all, we not because he a billionaire. But if we were, then I feel like he would have it edited and spun to his favor because he got the money to do that. Like people that have money like that, they don't do reality TV. It's people that's chasing money that do reality TV.
Yeah,
But
then
yeah,
when they get that reality TV money, they disappear.
let's not
Looking at
front
Trump.
like let's
Looking at
not
Trump.
front like Tony Braxton ain't
Looking
buku
at
rich.
Trump.
Like Tony Braxton got mad money, and so does her sisters from
Well,
being on her CDs and things. So let's not put that out
but
there because
Tony Braxton has filed for bankruptcy before.
yeah, she did file
Twice.
for bankruptcy,
More than once, I
but
think it was twice.
she did that between the shows. Like she did that between the Braxton Family Values. I think them 2 times actually, to be honest.
no, the first time she filed bankruptcy was in the 90s.
Yeah,
And then the
when-
second
well,
time
then-
she filed was in
yeah.
the 2000s. And
Okay,
then it was
well-
like she got
Mhm.
divorced. She got divorced probably about a year after she filed the second time. I think that
Well,
was like 2007 or something like that.
True that. So there it goes. But still, them sisters still got money. So
Yeah.
I ain't saying.
Yeah.
I ain't saying.
Yeah.
And them royalties, every time you hear another sad love song, baby getting a check.
Okay. Not that one
Wait
she did
until
with
it's
Trey Songz,
hell,
though, 'cause
play on
that one
TV,
was not it.
getting a check.
Vince check.
Oh yeah, she definitely getting her royalties.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All that stuff she did with Babyface, she getting mad checks because they still play that music every day.
They just
Okay.
didn't they just go on tour like a couple
They
of
sure
years ago?
did.
Oh,
Mhm.
so yeah, I know Babyface was on tour somewhere.
Yeah, she went with him.
Oh, okay.
She did.
Well, you know, her and Baby together, so you know, that's probably I mean, let me
No,
stop.
ain't she still with Birdman? Because I remember she
That's
was
what
with
I'm
him
saying,
for a
yeah,
little
Baby.
bit.
Yeah, she was talking about you know
Yeah, Baby.
12 names. But
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, okay, you right.
That
Yeah,
baby,
her
not-
and yeah,
not
her and
Baby.
Baby.
That baby.
But I was talking
Yeah.
about about Babyface. I wasn't talking about that one. But okay.
Oh no,
Birdman.
her and Babyface was never together.
Yeah, that's why I said I was like Birdman. That's why I said like that. Like,
Yeah, Baby.
Too many goddamn babies. The baby, little baby, baby.
No, you got
The
Baby.
baby.
right.
I mean, he was the first one. He was the first Baby.
Oh, baby.
True.
Yeah, Babyface
True.
was the he was the
Last
first one.
forever.
I'm talking about Baby. I'm talking about the nigga from New Orleans, Baby. Cash Money Records, Baby.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no.
Birdman.
Oh, okay, the first one with just baby. Yeah, I was talking about the word baby. So
Oh,
that's why I said Babyface had that first.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had that first. He owned that, honey.
yeah. I'm talking about was it Brian Birdman, Baby, whatever the world his name is.
Listen, when she
Too
said that she
much.
was dating Birdman and they had him on the episode of the Baxter Family Values, I damn near lost it. I was like, not Birdman. Not
Birdman.
Yeah,
Birdman.
because
Like,
that nigga got
now,
money.
Tony know better than
He
that.
got money.
He
Tony,
got money.
he
And
got
she
money.
and she was like all into him. It was like
All
weird.
into
because
him.
It seemed, but see, that's the thing also about like image and stuff.
Gonna
There
last
was this whole thing
forever.
how she was like raised, where she was like raised like a preacher's kid and all of this stuff. And that's why when she changed her sound, like she almost lost her family and certain friends and all of this. Got pregnant for the first time, like all of this stuff
Mhm.
because her image changed. And it was really, it's no different than like Miley Cyrus. Like Miley was
Right.
always like that, but she had to be this Disney character. Miley always been Miley.
Ratchet.
Mm.
She
Yeah.
wasn't Hannah Montana. That Hannah Montana was the front, not
Hannah
not
Montana.
what Miley
Hannah
is
Montana.
now
Hannah
and
Montana.
stuff. And I feel like it was the same thing with Tony. Like there was another side of Tony. Like, come on, you don't be like a certain way and then you just randomly end up with freaking Birdman, unless
Right.
like that persona is really who you are behind closed doors.
Mhm.
She like hood niggas.
And then
She
come
like
on,
hood
look
niggas.
at Tamar. Tamar, she comes across sometimes as bougie, but Tamar is ratchet. Let's
Tamar
just
is
be real,
ratchet.
She's ratchet. And her sisters, for the most part, are low key ratchet. They're not as ratchet as
But what they
Tamar.
do is they
And
don't
then
try to
Tony's always
like on
like,
the show.
Tony's
Right.
always the prim and proper one.
Right.
That don't want to do
That's
all
why
the
I say-
crazy stuff. And it's like,
Mhm.
you can let this go. Like you can let this image go. Like we know you're a freak. Like,
We know you ratchet.
right, we know you ratchet. We know where you came
Look.
from.
Zanny, 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 Zanny.
I wish that we could just like throw that snippet in here so I can just dance real quick.
Oh my
Yo,
Y'all crazy.
but that's the
Y'all
truth
like
though.
crazy.
Arm rolls.
Oh,
Since y'all
okay.
can't see nothing else. Since y'all can't see the thighs.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna move on to our next subject, which is niggas ain't shit. Let's talk about this.
But hoes,
But
and
hoes
tricks.
and tricks.
Niggas ain't shit, but hoes and tricks.
Um,
I'm a-
Niggas ain't shit, but hoes and tricks.
Why do I feel triggered?
Right. Trigger.
so since we talking about Dr. Dre, we just wanted to point out how niggas just ain't shit. Like, don't matter what type of nigga. White nigga, black nigga, purple nigga, green nigga.
Mystery niggas.
Okay.
Mystery.
All right. Straight out the mystery box. We literally know nothing about them, but
Rainbow
we know them.
niggas.
Okay.
Don't forget that.
Girl, say it.
They
Yeah,
real. They
girl.
real.
Okay.
Jewish niggas.
Them niggas be snitching though.
Ooh.
Catholic niggas.
Best nigga.
Roman Catholic niggas.
Southern Baptist niggas.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Them
Orthodox
non-denominational
Okay,
niggas.
okay.
Okay.
King of Islam
Hey,
niggas.
that's everyone.
Short niggas. Tall niggas. Fat
Okay.
niggas.
I mean,
Niggas.
after
niggas.
everyone.
Rich
Hoe
niggas.
niggas.
Evangelist
niggas.
niggas.
Yo, what is
Niggas,
you-
niggas,
I've been
niggas.
Zeus around this
Niggas.
I mean,
Niggas
after
ain't
everyone.
We can never
Okay.
be in a Bojan, just so you know. We can never be in a group.
British niggas.
Sam's face.
Yes, look at
American niggas.
Right.
Especially church niggas though.
Hey, we already
Canadians.
seen them.
Hey,
Don't be
don't leave
coming
out
at
those
me like that,
Canadians.
because I know I ain't
She said, I
couple
know.
days. Jesus knows
Pan
about me.
African
Okay.
niggas.
Ooh.
Especially
The real
African
ones.
niggas.
them hoteps.
The real
Ooh,
ones.
Lord, I'm with
Ah, the
you.
real ones.
Pan
Yeah.
African niggas.
Ooh. Ooh.
King
African.
ones. The king nigga.
Chuko
So we have
Airlines.
established.
African
Don't look at me
niggas.
like that, Sam.
African niggas.
Hispanic
shit.
niggas.
Chuko airline type niggas.
You narco niggas.
Spirit
I'm
flying
triggered.
niggas.
Very triggered.
Brown niggas.
Ah,
Like,
dang.
Singing
These
ass
ain't
niggas.
shit.
Everyone.
Like, even cosplaying
Dancing ass niggas. Ooh, they
Oh,
real
especially them,
toxic.
them dancing ass niggas.
They real
Oh, yeah.
toxic.
The
Hey,
cosplaying
now.
ass niggas.
I'm a
Oh.
Paul.
Anime ass niggas.
Anime
Oh,
niggas.
I see your shirt, Javante. You trying to shout me out? I see you.
Yo.
I got 6 eyes.
Yo.
Yeah.
Gaming
I just
niggas.
noticed that.
So we just talking about niggas ain't shit. So let's get into this topic, y'all. Who wanna go first? Who wanna introduce this the way it needs to be introduced? Who wanna put these niggas out here?
We gonna let the ladies do that.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
I go with
Y'all
play
niggas in
defense.
here too. Y'all
The
make
floor
We'll
is
play
yours.
defense.
The
Come on,
floor
you
is
niggas know that
yours.
there's some ancient
Ladies, the
niggas out
floor
here
is
for
yours.
real. Come
I
on.
know a lot of
Okay,
ain't shit niggas.
first some drama the other day. We just all realized we shit. Okay, but let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I have ain't shit nigga tendencies. That's what I was saying.
Here we
Let's
go.
hear.
It's a tendency. I feel like I'm a pretty decent person, but
I mean, I feel like
I
Lauren want to go
dabble.
5,000 with this. I mean, I see it in her face because she like.
Scared. I'm legit
I
scared.
appreciate that though, because there is a difference between being an ain't shit nigga and like having ain't shit nigga tendencies.
Mm.
It's like I
y'all
know
wanna talk about
I'm
the
not a
tendencies?
toxic person, but I got toxic bitch tendencies every night.
Girl, say it.
I'm not the petty queen, but a bitch is petty.
All right.
So
I can agree with that
All
one.
right.
I'm not a
Thoroughly
narcissist, but I got narcissistic tendencies.
Girl, you just read my whole book. Girl,
That's because me and you, like, we right here, like
right here, baby.
soul sisters.
I'm,
right
I'm,
here.
I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared.
we gonna be all right, Sam.
Right.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know why Sam's scared.
So-
Like
so-
he didn't just have his whole session with us yesterday.
Okay, Sam,
What's
because
that,
guess
Sam?
what? Let me tell you something.
Yeah, that's
Don't come
Oh,
over here,
Rita,
cuz.
you was missing, boo.
I
You
was
missed it.
driving for like 20 years yesterday.
Oh, you
Girl,
were
and you could have listened, honey, because
It was like a video chat.
Mm-hmm. All the men
Girl.
left us.
Oh my! I remember when I seen the notification pop up, but there was no signal in my brother's house, so I couldn't even join if I wanted to.
So what? Okay. Because y'all had
because I can
experience.
tell y'all about a nigga that's not shit.
I mean, I'm
No
sure
name dropping.
all y'all
We-
ladies
we-
have.
no.
I ain't gonna drop the name.
No name dropping.
I'm sure all y'all ladies have stuff bodies.
Keisha.
somebody in
Keisha.
your life that
Keisha
wasn't
ain't shit.
shit.
Keisha.
I got
I
I'm
was.
stories
gonna go.
for days,
I'm gonna
years.
tell
I
y'all
was.
my story because I don't care. So I had a baby father. Well, technically not because I didn't have one because I did the job that I was supposed to do. So now he seemed like he was worth a damn, but then it turned out that he wasn't, and I was like, oh my gosh, look at me being a moron. So I raised my kid by myself, which was fine, But then it was the games between his mama, the games between his cousins, the games between his friends, the games between his classmates. And it's just like, y'all all in the business, but really don't know what's going on because you only got one side of the story, right? But you can see the physical side where it's like, I'm running the daycare, going to school. I'm, working 2 and 3 jobs, going to school. My best friends are watching mine because I have to go to school. Or my mother is watching mine because I have to go to college. So I'm just saying, if he was the father that he was supposed to be, I wouldn't have been doing all that. Hence, niggas ain't shit. Watch the people that you have babies with, y'all. That's a real lesson. It's a real lesson.
Depo.
Okay, Depo.
I knew he was gonna say Depo.
Depo, 5 years strong.
Oh, by the way, you didn't get to hear yesterday, Joy. I got my shot yesterday.
Yeah, she got her shot yesterday.
So
She told us last
I
night.
Back in business. And
She shut down
so
the
I
anime last
definitely,
night.
I definitely agree with the sentiment that you do definitely need to be watching who you having babies with, and that's on both sides of the spectrum. Men and women need to watch who the fuck they be laying with.
Well, I would like to tell y'all that I'm amazing mother. My daughter is
Of course you are.
Oh yeah.
There's none of that comes into play. I don't ever judge nobody.
I might be
I
a
don't
little
judge nobody.
petty. I might be a little narcissistic, like Ashley read my book, but I'm just saying, I'm a good woman at the end of the day. I work hard, go to school, and I'll air you out if I need to. I'm just saying, that's it. Bottom line.
So my thing is, because I've known multiple people who have gotten into relationships with people. They'll get into a relationship with a dude, and he has 3 kids already by 3 different women, and he don't take care of them. But you want to jump off into a relationship with him and then have a kid with him, but then when he don't take care of your child, oh, he ain't shit. The nigga ain't been shit from the beginning.
And you know what?
So all of a sudden now he ain't shit. He ain't been shit. If you got kids on this earth and you ain't taking care of them already, you already ain't shit. So why all of a sudden that change because he's with you? Like this whole project mentality, and I only say it because I don't know too many men that have it. I only say it about women because women have this project mentality. Oh, I can fix him. I can change him. I can do this and I can do that. No, the fuck you can't. You can't fix nobody that don't want to be fixed. No, you can't. You can't. Get it out your mind. Get it out your brain. You can't fix nobody that don't want to be fixed.
Also tell them to get it out from between their legs because that doesn't fix anything.
Hell, if you
I feel like a good example to what G is talking about is Future, because this nigga Future got kids all over the place, and people know it, and they still keep fucking with him, and he'll tell you, "I ain't worth a damn."
Oh, Fetty too. Fetty got like 8,000 kids.
Yeah.
Now I find Future very attractive, but I will be damn sure if
you find who attractive?
I have a birth.
Is it Future?
Future.
He look like an alien.
The only time he looked even somewhat decent is when he got sunglasses on. And I'm sorry, if I got a freaking sunglasses on, you ain't cute.
I think he's cute.
I can't get over his voice. Like,
he has 11 baby moms.
Yeah, it's called What's in the Pants.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of women out here. Let's not forget, there's a lot of women because I was just telling somebody literally today that like there was somebody that was like cheating on, because we're gonna get into this when we get on Women Ain't Shit, because like I've been with both, so I can tell y'all some stories. And like I used to feed off of like being toxic with her. Like because of how many times she'd hurt me, I would get off by like knowing that I'm putting her in turmoil. Like I would sometimes just accidentally send her a picture of me and someone else together or whatever and be like, oh, my bad, I didn't mean to see that. Like I even texted you and like 3 months or whatever. So I couldn't have accidentally sent that to you, but I accidentally did it or whatever. And I fed off it. There's women that like the chaos, that like the drama that comes with dealing with a fuckboy. Period. There's women that will sit here and say they love the drama. They know that he ain't shit. They still want to deal with him. And then that's why half of the time some of these women don't even really be mad for real. Like you can sit there, they're telling their friends all about it. They friends more mad than they are. You want to know why? Because their friends already know what's up.
True that.
Because they know it's a mutual toxic situation.
Right. Yeah. They feed off of each other. That's why there's a lot of relationships where people like they be beating on each other. And it's like, but they still together.
Cardi B and all
yeah, they like that shit. They like, I'm gonna hit him, she gonna hit me. Like it's okay. Like y'all just gonna Royal Rumble this shit forever. Like why?
To be honest, I think we can all agree that first of all, Future himself belongs to the streets.
There's a lot of men that belong to the streets because niggas ain't shit. I could drop a list of them for you. You want the list?
Right, because I can just go.
Let's hear the list.
Nah,
I'm down for that.
The facts. Another thing as well. Obviously, we're gonna move on to women, but obviously you've got the nice guys who are trying to get the girl. You know, they're doing everything by the book. You know, obviously shooting their shots, taking them out on dates and whatnot, and in the end, they go for the nigga with the 8 baby moms. So it's like, what about the nice guys? That's why nice guys.
Them poor motherfuckers don't stand
a chance. Nah. Those dudes.
Them poor motherfuckers don't stand a chance.
Those dudes are not that nice. Those guys are not that nice. So, and then they going after the wrong people. That's on them.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's fair.
Come on, Garrett.
Oh, no. I got nothing.
But your hand is up, boy.
No, that hand been up for the past.
Oh, hell.
Well, put it down.
Okay.
Put it down.
Go on, Jasmine.
My thing is like, one, as a person who has been dating like a lot recently, not to make myself sound like a hoe, even though it is what it is.
Thank you, Lauren, for always being on time.
Right. So anyway,
I said that you the hoe.
It's like, my thing is like all the nice guys, they're taken. It's like the nice guys aren't finishing last, they're married. Like I can't find any. They're all really nice. They're not, they're taken. And so the thing
all that.
Is, like, I do find nice guys and I date them, but it is a rarity, especially with dating around in my age. It's like we're talking about niggas ain't shit right now. So that's what I'm saying. There are a lot of niggas that ain't.
I got my hand up.
I don't want to take this personally because I'm not saying this is definitely about you or anything. But like one thing that I've learned is you attract what you give off. And so one thing that is a strong thing is there's a lot of good guys out here. If you're only finding, like, people will be like, oh, I like the bad boys. No, bitch, you just toxic. And so that's why the bad ones come towards you. Like sometimes you got to recognize like what you're looking for in a guy. Like look at your priorities and what are your standards. You can't just sit here and no offense, it can't be just because he's tall.
Yeah, so a lot of the things that you're bringing up in regards to my dating preferences were jokes. So in regards to dating and my standards, I have standards and I know how to date. But in regards to the conversation at hand, there are niggas that aren't shit. And so in regards to me, I'm a very nice person. I'm very warm, opening. I'll feed you. I'll make sure you're okay. And people do take advantage of that. Yes, and the thing is like, I'm not going to change that because there's nothing wrong with me being that way. I just have to find the right guy who's not going to take advantage of that. And unfortunately, in the day that there's hobosexuals all around, okay, they want to come into my house that I bought myself, where I can feed you, I can make sure you have a warm house to stay in or whatever. But I'm not going to do that anymore because you niggas aren't shit. So I have to find that balance. So that's the thing that's with me. It's like I'm great at finding guys to date. It's just, dang, I'm not trying to be your wife after 2 weeks.
I'm gonna piggyback off that thing you said about married men. Just because he's married does not make him a man. Married men ain't shit. I have married men that hit me up in my DMs. And I'm trying to figure out, how are you in my DMs when I can plainly see that you're a married man? I can see that you have a wife. You know, they come in here with all that smug, I could do this to you, I could change your life. You can't do a damn thing but get me caught up in something that I don't need to be caught up in because you're a married man. Let me add your wife as a friend just to clarify, because I want to make sure she know that you be in my DMs. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So number one, married men ain't shit. Just because they married does not make them a nice man. Number two. Damn, I forgot my number two. You said something, but I wanted to piggyback off of it, and then I done forgot. But you know what? Y'all go ahead. It's gonna come back to me. Go ahead, Garrett.
My thing is, and I'm gonna touch on this again when we start talking about females and shit. People need to stop doing husband and wife duties on your month end of being goddamn together.
Garrett,
Why are
Garrett,
you
what it
cooking and
was.
cleaning for this nigga that you ain't married to, that you only been dating for a month? What the fuck? Of course, that nigga don't no longer feel the need to do anything for you if you already doing everything that comes with being a wife. Why the fuck do I need to do anything else? I have sex. She cook for me. We clean. Oh, damn. I'm done. I done did my job. And it's the same thing with females. Niggas, dudes, why are we out here doing everything for these females? And females only bring one thing to the and you have a female that only bring one thing to the table: sex. The fuck, my nigga? If that's all she brings to the table, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
Fuck you breaking you back
Doing
for
too
it, and that's
much.
all she brings to the goddamn table is sex.
Get that from anybody.
So that's exactly
You can get that from anyone.
exactly what I wanted to piggyback off of. That is exactly the point.
Well,
In me dating someone now, right now, we are equal in what we do. We've been together for like a year now, but we are very equal in what we do. If I cook for him, he makes sure we go out on a date. If he takes me out on a date, I make sure that I do something that's date appropriate for him at my home. We make sure that we're on the same page. If I ask him to do something for me, he does it. And if he asks me to do something, that's the same. But in the beginning stages, when I used to date, I never gave not a man that much attention in the least bit. I'm not cooking a daggone thing for you because we just met. I'm not doing anything for you out of the ordinary, but let's have a conversation. Let's go out and have a good time. And let's split this date here and there. But you definitely don't give all of yourself to somebody when you're just dating. You don't give all of yourself. Even like with sex, you do not give that to that man. You don't give them all of yourself because they take a part of you every time. So when it ends and it's just like you realize he ain't shit, now he's taking a part of you that's broken and he breaks you. And then it makes you a certain way towards all men when really this one nigga wasn't shit. So you gotta be careful with it. Go on, Ashley.
okay, so I got two things. One thing that I learned, which I didn't even realize was so much of a thing, but it's like a major thing with alcoholics and stuff, people that have addictions of all sorts when it comes to eating, drinking, food, whatever, is like a level of codependency that a lot of human beings have. And women in particular, which men do too, but women in particular, like, you know, the way that we were raised and brought up, like we were taught to cook and clean and do all those things and stuff like that. And I'm a lot like Jazz. Like I'm one of those people that like, I've dated people that didn't have their own place, that barely had a job, that I had to come and get them every time I wanted to see them or whatever. If we was chilling, like it was always something that I put together. If I wanted to go on a date or whatever, that revolved around something outside of us just chilling and smoking or something like that, like I would have to drop that cash or whatever. And I've always been one of those people that would do stuff like that. But then when I started really thinking about it and I started learning more about like the codependency thing, I realized that was me almost kind of, there's a difference between being kind and generous and then doing things and subconsciously doing them out of like a need, a codependent need or whatever, a need to nurture and do all of that stuff. So it's definitely something that I feel like everybody, when they get into those type of situations where they feel like they're always getting walked all over and stuff like that, or people are misusing them and stuff. Because I know you said you feel like there's nothing wrong with you. You were like, I'm a nice person. I'm gonna stay a nice person. But sometimes it's deeper than like, oh, I'm just a nice person. Because you can be a nice person and still say no. You can still be a nice person and say, well, you're a grown-ass man. I shouldn't have to iron your shirt or whatever. Or like, oh, okay, you're over at my house. You just ate my food that I cooked for you and that I bought the groceries and stuff like that. The least you can do is go in and wash your own damn dishes or whatever. And stuff, just simple things. But the other thing that I wanted to bring up was the fact that in this day and age, one of the main reasons why it is so hard to find what we consider a good man or a good woman is because in this day and age, people do not believe in commitment. People are not willing to work for shit. Anytime something comes up, anytime something goes wrong, they disagree on one little thing. It's like, okay, fine, cool. I can go get this ass from somebody else. I can go get somebody that's going to take care of me real quick. They like, it's gone. Don't nobody want to sit there and deal with the issues at hand. Don't nobody want to work for anything anymore when it comes to relationships. We have an issue with commitment and monogamy, which is why a lot of relationships fail. That's why a lot of people right now are in situationships. Like, you in a whole damn relationship without the title. Why? Just like Garrett said, why are you doing wifey things and husband things to someone that you're not with? Why are you sitting here taking somebody on trips or dating and doing all this extra stuff and you can't claim me? You can't sit here and say, this is my one and only. Why? What's like, we basically together, we visit each other, we spending money on each other, we cooking for each other, we doing all this stuff, but you won't sit here and just say, you're my girlfriend or you're my boyfriend. And that's it. Like, it's only us. It's me and you or whatever. And then they'll be like, oh, it's us. It's me and you, but then still won't put a title on it. Right. Disconnect there. Why can't you put a title on it?
And say, I don't like labels.
I don't like labels and stuff. No, I don't want to hear that. Not when it comes to relationships. I don't want to hear that. So I feel like there's a huge issue with just this generation. Like, they don't want to work for anything. Like, I've been single for so long because my standard of what real love is in a relationship. My dad just turned 58. My parents have been together. They've known each other 38 years and they've been married 35. That's how long my parents have been together. Like, and they have 4 kids together. They still have a big old house. They do everything for each other. I still sometimes come home and see my parents like joking around, like they got schoolgirl crushes, like crushes, like school crushes, like kissing and joking and all that stuff like that. Like, those are the type of things that you want to strive for. That I'm sure that their relationship has not been easy or perfect. They met when they were in college. You know what I mean? So you can imagine that there had to have been some BS sometime during that point. A lot of times, whether it was financial, whatever. But when you love somebody or when you're willing to work with somebody and be with that person, you got to put in the work. And this generation doesn't believe in that. It's always the next best thing. That's why cancel culture is so big right now. Because they're like, oh, whatever, we'll have a new artist that sounds just like them in a year. Cancel.
Lauren.
Well, I got a story.
Oh?
So I got a story. A long time ago when I was 18, my first for real boyfriend that I had, the person that I had sex with for the first time, all that good stuff. Now, he had a baby when we were in high school. And, that didn't like turn me off like, he got a baby or whatever. It was cool. It was cool for what it was. Well, when I made the decision that I was going to go into the Navy, he got mad and he started poking holes in condoms. But little did he know that I had went and got on the shot. So no babies was coming from over here. But yeah, he poked holes in the condoms and he was going out of his way to try to get me pregnant and trap me for a strong 3 months before I left and went in the Navy. And then I left and I went in the Navy. I wasn't even out of boot camp good. And he had another girl moved in with him and got her pregnant.
That nigga ain't shit.
Exactly. And I dodged the bullet. Because now he got 7 kids by 6 different women.
I ain't even surprised.
Mm-hmm. Bullet dodged. Thank you, Lord. You looked out.
God is good all the time. All the time. God is good. My.
Yeah. I'm gonna piggyback off of what Lauren and Ash was saying. Not so much on the commitment part, but more so on the fact that toxic people, niggas ain't shit. People who just ain't shit. Period. They target people. They are targeting people. They are testing boundaries constantly. And I'm at this point that if someone who is above the age of 25 tells me they're a nice person, they're a nice girl, they're a nice guy, why am I meeting these type of people? I'm like, at this point, I'm like, you need to be setting boundaries. You're grown. You got to set those boundaries, because otherwise these people are going to walk right over you. And it's just something I've noticed a lot, not just in relationships and dating, but in the workplace, in every aspect of life. Living here in DC with all these sociopaths, real talk, all these narcissists out here, real talk, they are constantly looking for weak points. Constantly. You got to set up that wall right off the bat.
You're right. You're right, because people be out there. It's like a specific type of person where this, like, they'll prey on people. They'll be like, oh, you're nice. Oh, you're always willing to help, and they'll take advantage of that. They'll be like, oh, you might have a naivete about you, and they'll find that and they'll play off of that. And then next thing you know, X amount of time has went by and you don't even know who you're dealing with, because they showed you a persona so that way they could get what they could get out of you.
Yep, and it's all happened to us at one point, and so I don't fault people when it happens to them, but if this is over and over and over, for me, I'm like, you have to change. Like, you can't. Whatever you're doing, it is causing this. It is causing these people to bullseye you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%. 100%. I don't blame you at all. But I mean, I think that's one of those type of things to where it's like people have to be, and I fall victim to this too. You got to be mindful of who you're dealing with. Where it's one of those type of things where it's like, okay, this person is cool, but this person is an acquaintance. You can't ride or die for an acquaintance. You can't, you can't give somebody red carpet treatment when all they got is ramen noodle money. Like you can't do that. And it's knowing how to see people where they're at and to give them the energy that they earn, because everybody wants to treat somebody. Nobody wants to just set out to be an asshole to somebody. There are people that do that, but inherently that's not what happens most of the time, where don't nobody wake up and be like, you know what, I'm gonna be a bitch to everybody I come across today. But it's one of those things where some people earn that type of energy. And when they earn that type of energy, like, that's where you at with them. And there's nothing is going to change that. They're not going to sit up here and be a user today and then next week turn into your surrogate mother or be your best friend. Like, a user is a user. And most of the time, the users are also abusers. So it's like knowing when and where to cut it off and draw that line. To be like, you know what, bitch, nah, I don't got shit for you. Argue about it with your mama. I don't got shit for you. That's just my little sister.
Argue about it with your mama.
Isn't it? Wow.
I mean, it's real though. Don't argue with me. Take it up with your mama, your granddaddy, your ancestors, whoever the fuck. It ain't my problem.
Sometimes niggas' mamas don't be shitting either though. Like,
oh hell yeah.
They stir up drama, and you be like, damn, what does this have to do with you? Did I sleep with you too? And I didn't know about it.
Oh man, that reminded me of that YouTube video.
They don't got no business of their own. Oh, dry.
They be like, my son is a good boy. Bitch, you crazy.
And your son is 35 and still lives.
You don't even know
he's good
your
at
son,
not
honey.
doing shit. He's good at being a bomb.
Girl, okay, you don't even know
have a very
who
good hobo
your son
living in
is.
your house.
Try again.
And I'm not going to take your place and take care of him. I didn't birth that nigga.
One of my one person I used to date, his mom literally called me and was like, oh, he's really changed his life. I was like, girl, he ain't changed nothing but a lie. Okay, you could be his mama, his best friend, his auntie, his cousin. Girl, I don't have time. And she was like, you don't have no respect for me. No, I have no respect for you defending a man that is not a man. Okay.
Because she wanted that nigga out her house. That's what that was. She was trying to pawn him off.
That is a little boy.
She couldn't claim him on her taxes no more.
When he turns into a man, send him to somebody that might want him, not me. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
His mama did not like that. Oh well.
Oh, they never do. They never do. But it's like that's the thing about it. They try to, and I noticed that with like a lot of women and their sons, where they'll try to push him off on somebody. But let me just get this nigga out the house so I can have my life back, because they want to go thought it up at like 50 and 60 years old.
Okay, well, thought it up on your personal time, honey. But your son ain't shit. Okay, keep him.
But it's like that's all in the making, because you see a lot of times, and not just with boys, but with girls and their fathers too, where they'll let that child get away with murder. And then once they get to adulthood, they're like, I can't believe my son ain't shit. Well, I can, because you didn't raise him. Like, you let the nigga run wild.
Okay. I got to meet your real son when we hung out a couple times. When he didn't get his way, I got to meet the real son that you raised. Matter of fact, that you didn't raise and should have worked harder raising. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Hot mess.
Every time. Every time.
But nobody wants to believe that they kid ain't. That's just how that is. Like, nobody wants to believe that.
Yeah, well, it's like I think you go hand in hand with them ain't shit bitches, though, for real, for real. It goes hand in hand, because you have, like, the thing about it is, when it comes to women that ain't shit and toxic femininity, which is a real thing, where you have, it's like almost one of those things where you may hear some guys say, well, the only reason why girls dress up or girls try to look nice and get their hair done is for other women. Not for they dude, but for other women. It's like, look at this bitch. Look at what she got on. Look at what she don't got on. X, Y, and Z, everything else. It's like, you have women that they don't do for themselves. They do because they're worried about what other people are going to say or the way they're going to look at them. But check this out. I don't give a fuck. I wear goddamn leggings 24/7, and I wear sneakers. I don't wear goddamn heels because I don't like my back hurting. And I'm to a point where I want to be goddamn comfortable. So guess what? It's going to be all of these custom made sneakers and some goddamn Adidas and shit like that running around here. And you can argue with your mama hoe. Kiss my ass.
Okay. But they don't understand it. A lot of men feel like women dress up for them, and it's not it. Like, I said a lot of men. I didn't say y'all. I said a lot of men. Y'all feel like we be in there all day and all night with makeup and shit for y'all. No, I want to look good in general for myself for when I go out. Okay. And if I choose to wear heels, I'll wear them. I'm bringing my sneakers with me because my feet will hurt and I got to take them off. Okay.
I know that shit don't be for me. Cause I'm an avid vocal person about kill that makeup shit. I'll throw that shit out. Like I can't stand makeup. Like I don't feel like. I mean, I understand some people feel like they need it, and then other people just want to wear it just because they want to. But I don't know. I can appreciate the natural beauty, and I just don't understand makeup sometimes.
Well, see, y'all can, but let's look at this before we go to women ain't shit. A lot of women are judgmental upon other women. So if you don't have eyebrows, which y'all saw me earlier today, I didn't have my makeup and stuff on. All I did when I got home was put my eyebrows on for here, because y'all will not grind me up because I don't have eyebrows. Okay, I do not have thick eyebrows. Like it's women will grind you up over everything. You don't have long lashes. You don't have eyebrows. You don't have this. Your face ain't glowing. Your skin don't glow. Your skin is dry. You look like you got a blemish here and there. Women are petty, not me. Because I don't care what you look like. That don't got nothing to do with me. Because I ain't paying none of your damn bills. I can't afford it. Okay. But some women are just judgmental of other women. If you don't look a certain way as a woman, you're going to get berated. You're going to get judged. You're going to get talked about. That's just like the same thing with cosplay. If your cosplay ain't what it's supposed to look like, or it doesn't look like the character they want it to be, or how it appears, because you're not the same size, you're not the same color, you're not the same height, you're going to get judged and berated. And it's mainly women that take a blunt of the beat down for that. That is why women work so hard to look a certain way in the mirror. That's what it is. Let's be real. I ain't had on eyebrows. I ain't had on eyebrows or makeup in the last 3-4 weeks. And I thought Dave was going to clown me. I thought he was going to clap me up. I felt like the first time he saw me without makeup, I felt like I was going to get the clapping of my lifetime. I was like, yeah, I'm about to walk in
But you'll be surprised to how much dudes don't care about. Like, they don't care. They'd be like, okay.
He was like, well, that's what you look like. what is that? I was like, well, damn, is it bad? Do I need to put some on?
Nah, dudes don't care.
It's like
Dudes
really
don't care. They don't really get bothered by that.
I can't tell the difference. I'm like, I spent an hour and a half contouring and shading,
y'all really be getting mad when we be like
twisting and turning and burning and slicing, and you can't see the difference. This is why I don't do shit for y'all, and I do it for me because I can tell the difference. I can definitely tell the difference. I love it.
I don't get me wrong. I do like to wear my makeup when I go to work. I definitely wear makeup because I only go once a week, so that's the only time I'm out. So I like to wear makeup when I go out.
Don't put no fucking makeup on because you gonna sweat that shit. You gonna look like a clown at the end of the night. So I ain't even about to hold you. Like, don't waste my time.
Obviously, the women that
where
dating,
y'all finna go?
First of all, Javante, the women that you've been dating have been they're not using the best makeup and foundation and stuff because it shouldn't be running the sweat and
it's not supposed to run.
Urban Decay.
I'm just letting you know. I ain't worried about it.
You're gonna be worried about it when her face.
Oh, okay, that's where y'all going. I'm like, where the hell y'all going? We're talking about she finna sweated and melted all off.
Right?
Didn't you
like y'all going mountain climbing or something?
Don't you live in the?
Go ahead, Sam. I see your hand, baby. Our Britain man wants to speak. Go ahead, Brit.
Yes,
speak.
To be honest, yeah, it is a very gray area when it comes to makeup. So if we tell them there, you're fine, you don't look any different, they get offended. When we tell them that, you look better with makeup, they still get offended. It's a bit mad.
Okay, first of all, any man that tells a woman that she looks better with makeup, you finna get shot. Period. Don't ever say that.
Don't ever say that.
It's a very
gray
area. So you gotta tread carefully with that respect. I mean, to be honest,
the safe answer is the makeup enhances your beauty. That's the safe answer. You want to wear the makeup? Go ahead. It's only going to enhance your beauty, but you look good without it.
No, that's a lie when it come out his lips. He better not never say that to me. Like, nigga, you so holy.
I'm just saying, like, really realistic is just like if you know she's putting on makeup, you know you guys are going out, just compliment her eyeshadow. Like, ooh, that eyeshadow really makes your eyes pop, babe. Or like, I really like that lipstick shade on you. It's something simple like that. You ain't got to say you look better without it, and I hate your face with it. Like, you know, it's not an either or. It's just a happy medium.
Or just say you're beautiful and keep it pushing.
Wait, Sam, let me tell y'all. So I got him. He's hilarious. So when me and him hang out, we just best friends. We've known each other for a long time. So when we go and hang out, like sometimes people be like, "Oh, that's your girlfriend." He be like, "No, that's my best friend." He's like, "But you see that wing on her eye?" I be like, "You see that curvature?" And I be like, "Shut up!" Like I can't go nowhere with him. But I like people who do stuff like that, like just for you to notice the small things, even if you playing. I find that hilarious and like low key attractive. I'm like, okay, yeah, well, I like it. You know, thank you. I know I look good. Appreciate it. But that's the kind of thing a man should do. Like, if your girl got on makeup, just be like, girl, that wing is fire. I see that mole on your face. That shit is amazing. Just put out these things. Like, bitch, you is glowing from here to there. The sun can't even compete with you. Say shit like that. I tell you, those are compliments. Those are good compliments to say about a woman that wears makeup. That's the best. Don't say nothing about what enhances her beauty. At the end of the night, you gonna get kicked in the dick.
But I don't wear makeup. I don't know.
And that's not a threat. That's a promise.
You gonna get sent to the ER faster than when your mama had you. You gonna go to the ER, bro. You're not coming back from that.
Noted, which rings on to my next point actually, because even me, I'm very, very easygoing. Because regardless of what you look like, I'm just gonna hype you up anyway. So obviously, you got Ashley, you've got Lauren, you've got Jasmine, you've got Joy with the bonnets. They're just giving off straight positive vibes. It's a whole experience.
Say it again. You said bonnets and they bonnets. Say it again.
The bonnets. That's the new. I'm not wearing a bonnet. I'm wearing a bonnet. That's right.
You're just giving up. Right now, I'm seeing it's an experience right now. That's what I'm saying. You know, so you're all looking fire, regardless of what you like every single one of you looking fire. I'm just gonna let you know. So I, regardless of what they look like, I'm just gonna hype them up anyway. So
Thank you, Britt, babe.
Because I see something
Okay.
different.
Sam so goddamn nice because I'd have been
Can
like,
you
yo,
say
y'all hoes cute.
can you say Bonets one more time to everybody?
Hoes.
Y'all bitches
I
looking
meant
fine
that in the
today.
nice way.
Hey.
I'm about to say, I got your motherfucking
Those
hoe.
bonnets,
See, and I would have, and see,
every
because my toxic
single one
tendencies,
of
I would have ate that shit up. I would have been like, thanks.
Oh my
Oh,
Thank
dang.
you.
Just so you know,
Wait,
all
can we
four of
get
you
can
are
we get
killing it
Sam to
right
say
now.
bonnets one more time? Go on, say it again, because that was the second
Okay,
way I've ever heard it.
I know it might have been the wrong term, but I'm gonna say bonnet.
No, say it again.
No, say it. Say it how you say it, Sam.
Say it now.
All four of you are killing those bonnets right now.
Oh, look at you.
There you go.
The
my God.
bonnet.
Those bonnets.
Right now, it's a whole experience. A whole experience right now. Every
Damn.
single one of you.
Way.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
So that's how I hype. So I see something different. You know, that's how I hype a lady up. You know. So I'm saying all four of you looking good. Just so
Just
you
want to
know.
let y'all know Sam is
Thank
taken
you.
by all four of us. We own him. Okay. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. It's 5 of us here. All 5 of us. Try that again. Okay.
Oh my
We own
God.
Sam.
I don't have on a bonnet, so I'm not in this.
Okay,
that's
well you
fine.
gonna go put your bonnet on later. Okay,
I
that's
don't
what it's
have
called, a
one.
bonnet.
I'm gonna go buy
Bonnet.
one.
Jesus.
Oh, dang.
It goes for all the ladies in here. It goes for all the ladies in here. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, they wasn't about to catch me on the live stream with my Bobo Nay on. That was
You should have come on. Go put your bonnet on.
not putting. That's why I went to the bathroom. Go ahead and throw my chicken tail up. 'Cause I ain't got time for that.
Shika Maru, I told you need to lay them edges down, Shika. Come on, cause you know that would be something. That ain't he, baby. Ooh,
Yo, look
yeah.
at Kari in the comments talking about some bonnets. He put the accent mark over the E.
Dang.
He gonna have us calling it that now. Watch.
Bonnets.
Okay.
God damn it.
Bonnets.
What have I done?
Ooh, he said it with some passion too, with all of y'all bonnets.
He was like,
Ooh,
all of you look amazing with your bonnets. Yes, Sam. Yes.
Hashtag birthday.
Oh, dang.
Experience.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, so 10 minutes left. We're gonna knock this out with women ain't shit. We're gonna do it real quick.
All right.
Let me just
I
give my
got
piece.
stories.
Wait, before you give your story, let me just give my piece.
Okay.
Women ain't shit for me are women who chase after a man that they know they cannot have, should not have, don't need to have, and continue to have a relationship with them knowing that they have a significant other. You ain't shit. Okay? You knowing that he has a significant other, you dirty. You knowing that he really knew address that with his woman, address that with his woman, you ain't shit. The fact that you feel the need to argue with this woman or get upset with her for arguing with you because she's upset. She should argue with her man. Yes, she should definitely take that to her man. But you stepping out of your place to say something to that woman, honey, you ain't shit. So that's my women ain't shit for the day. But go ahead.
I was debating on telling the stories that the niggas ain't shit or the woman ain't shit. It goes with both personal experiences. One of my very first serious relationships I was in, he cheated on me with my best friend at my house.
Did you shoot your best friend? Because I would have shot her right after that. But continue.
No, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, bitch up and
didn't
beat
know
his
what happened,
ass.
right? It was like that next day. I just was like, I act like I knew because I didn't know, but you get like them vibes, like something weird. I asked her the next day, I was like, you want to tell me what really happened? Because they told me and I just don't believe what they said. And then she was like, all I did was suck his dick. And I was like, oh shit.
Oh, you did.
That's what she said.
I'd knock that hearing out. Damn.
No, but she was like,
Be
working
like,
with
and
us.
all I did was
packed
punch
all
you.
her shit
All I
up.
did was punch you in the throat. You don't need that windpipe. It's cool.
Did she say that was all she did?
That's what she said.
She
Yeah.
was beside you, girl.
I
Which means
packed
she
all
did
her
more.
stuff up, and I
Which means she did more.
Which I found out later. I asked her boyfriend. I was like, "What really happened that night?" And he was like, "Well, your boyfriend was sitting over there playing with himself while we was having sex. And she went over there and sucked his dick. I was hitting it from the back, and then we switched."
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. You not gonna breeze past that part.
Emergency
Whoa.
meeting.
You not gonna breeze past
Emergency
that.
meeting.
Like I ain't hear what you just said. Like the threesome didn't go down. You ain't gonna
Yeah,
breeze
that's
past
basically
it
what he
down.
told me. That's what had happened.
Girl.
So they ran a train on the bitch.
Yes, but that's the type of person she is, though.
A train, that's
She's
really
like that.
it was a wreck. Maybe not a full train. A train is like, a couple people, more than a couple. But go ahead.
Like,
Go on.
I haven't had no experience in this though. I just know from Pornhub.
No, you talking about a gangbang. That's what you're talking about. You talking about a gangbang. You just had a train wreck.
At least 3. You need the passenger part with the booze.
And the engine. And then the
That's
other
DP,
thing
double
that happened
penetration.
more recent. Basically, the same situation happened again, but not with a different one of my friends. I'm
gonna need you to get some new friends.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got no good girlfriends, barely.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple good ones. Like around.
I'm trying to say, like, we not sitting up here with you. Like,
I'm not excluding y'all. I'm
okay,
talking about like in here, like, you know, like where I am. I got a couple good ones. Now I have a couple good ones now, but I feel like I have a history with most of my friends fucking my boyfriends.
I got a story that goes with that. If y'all want to hear it,
yes. Tell us the story.
I want to hear it. Here we go.
So, let me get closer to the mic. No, I'm just kidding. So, when I was in high school, I'm gonna just say high school. I ain't gonna get into my sexual escapades or anything. But when I was in high school, so my best friend, basically, like, almost all through high school, all through college, up until maybe like a year ago or something like that, was also my ex. And so, like, we started off not being cool because I had heard through the grapevine that he had said something about my younger brother, and I basically like came to him and was like, "Nigga, I'm about to beat your ass if I find out that my brother's name come out your mouth." And then basically he apologized, we made up or whatever, and we were friends. And then we were like, fuck friends. And then we decided that we were gonna date. So then we dated for a while, then we stopped, and then so you get the picture. So we've had an interesting thing. So I always knew that he was like a little man whore, but he was never a man whore when we were together and stuff. And so like when we weren't together, like I would be the type of person, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, you want some good dick?" I was like, "Hit up, you know who, because he got it." Or whatever, like shit like that. I was like his pimp sometimes, low key. And I was also his wingman. Like, this is how close we were. Like, he literally called me a nigga with a pussy. Like, that's how I acted. And so like we had like started talking again and stuff. And then we were at my house, and I still remember it like it was yesterday. It was a couple of days before New Year's. It was like right after Christmas, but before New Year's. And my homegirl, which was like my good friend at the time, was staying the night, and he lived in the neighborhood like 3 or 4 houses down, came over to the house or whatever. Like, we're all laughing and chilling. And I went to take a phone call, and they was like, "Okay, well, like, we're gonna go downstairs or whatever. Like, we're not gonna interrupt you or whatever." And I was like, "Well, I'm about to get off the phone, but okay." So I'm on the phone, and like me, I'm sneaky. So I come out the room and I don't hear nothing. And so I'm like just creeping around. I like peek in my room. I don't see nothing. I peek around the corner. I don't see nothing. So I like quietly walk downstairs. And like I end up, and like no, like I think my parents were already asleep or something, because we're like at my parents' house. I don't know if I want to say they were home. And like I walk in and I see him like fucking her. Not only fucking her raw. Ooh. And they're in my dead grandmother's room.
Oh, Lord.
Holy shit.
And she was spending the night at my house that night. And her mom is like a judge, and she's like, she had like a curfew. So her curfew had already passed. So she had to stay there. And I was like, so really I walked up on them and I was like, "Oh, word." And I just like turned around because I was like, I'm gonna murder somebody. So I turned around, I walked upstairs, and so they got their shit together, and then they came upstairs trying to talk to me, and I was just like, well, you need to get the fuck out of my house, and bitch, I would put you out or whatever, but I don't want to have to hear my mama's mouth on asking me why I put you out of my house at midnight or whatever. So it was just like a whole thing, and it was just real fucked up, because I'm like, not only did you disrespect my house, but you disrespected me on multiple levels. Like, you know, this is like my ex, you know, this is someone that I've been with or whatever. You know that we still periodically fuck. Like, first off, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to fuck behind you. I don't know why people enjoy fucking behind me. But if you want to do it, then that's your thing. But the minute I find out that somebody done fucked you, I'm like, not for me. But it's just like, and I didn't know who I was pissed off with more, because it wasn't like, oh, one's my man and one's my friend. Like, these people are both my friends. Like, they know, both of them like know my deepest, darkest secrets. Both of them like have seen me go through some shit or whatever. And I'm just like, so this is what we doing? Like, this is how it is? Okay. All right. So that's a perfect example of bitches ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. Life ain't shit. Hey, it's like a whole clusterfuck of bullshit.
We all trash.
And it really like made me, and I'm really big on loyalty. Like, I'm one of those people, like, loyalty is everything to me. So I'll ride or die for you. So when you over like that, it's just like, it's really hard for me to come back from that. I hold grudges like a motherfucker.
You better than me.
Somebody would have got shot. Okay, right? Somebody would have got shot.
Oh yeah.
I would have been going to jail, honey.
And I kicked her out because I am a cookful young lady and I do not have that shit in this house. And so I kicked her out. You can tell the judge, don't vote for her.
It was just a lot. Like,
don't vote for her. Jasmine.
This is someone like this guy was not only like close with me, like he was close with my people. Like, I would be at cheerleading practice till like 9-10 o'clock. I'd come home, he upstairs like playing pool with my dad, like, or I'd come home in the middle of the day or whatever, and he already over there. Like, he would come over to the house and just like raid the pantry. Like, he would come in and say, hey mom, hey dad, like stuff like that. Like, we were extremely close. And so it was, and then his dad and my dad are friends. Like, he would go to Jaguar games with us and stuff like that. Like, so it was just really messy all around. Her mom, like, me and her grew up in the church together. Her mom knew my mom and grandparents. It was just a lot. Like, if I really just sat there and laid it all out there, like, it was just messy. And honestly, I was just like, I just don't want to see y'all face for real. And like, luckily we've always had guest bedrooms, because I was like, I don't want to see your face. And I was like, how about this? I said, you can stay right here. I'm gonna leave my own room. I'm gonna go to the guest bedroom. I don't want to be nowhere near you. And like, she didn't know what to do. And she was like, I'll leave. I was like, no, bitch, because if you leave, then I'm gonna get in trouble for letting you leave.
Right?
My mama gonna be like, where is such and such? And I'm gonna be like, she left. Like, so you let her leave, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm gonna have to hit her mouth. So that's why I didn't say anything. That's why I didn't do anything, because I've gotten into the situation with friends talking to my ex or somebody that I was with and all of that stuff. And I've got into physical altercations over that. It's too much. I don't want it. I'm good.
Like, yeah, that's some extra trifling shit right there.
Because when I go into fight mode, like, I'm trying to kill you.
I believe in murder. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, y'all, we gonna wrap this thing up. Come on, y'all. Let's start wrapping it up.
Wrap it up.
Niggas ain't shit. Women's ain't shit. Hell.
You gotta wrap it up.
We're all trash.
So who was last? Who went last? Come on, y'all. Let's rewind this back so we can close out.
It's Jazz.
Right? Well, I'll help wrap this up. Thank you, everybody, for coming and watching. I had a blast. Again, please follow me on Jazz Plays on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm excited to see you all next week.
All right.
Who was before Jazz? Quita?
Who's before? I think it was Quita. Oh, it's me. Okay.
Oh, no, it's Quita. My bad.
It's Quita.
I don't even know what to say, but it was a blast as always, even though I didn't really say much. Everybody have a wonderful weekend and all of next week. Accomplish goals, yada yada. Peace.
All right. It was a good show. Niggas ain't shit. No one's shit. That's what I got out of this tonight. Have a good time. I'm gonna probably try to
go clap some
drown out this pessimism with some Final Fantasy 14 tonight.
Or clapping some cheeks.
That sounds like a plan.
All right. That sounds like Devontae.
always a pleasure to hang out with you guys tonight, especially the ladies as well. And it is worth staying up till 4 a.m. It is worth every single minute. So you know. So
And our bonnets.
Yeah, rocking your bonnets. Laquita, you need to have your bonnet next week so I can hype you up as well. So you know. So yes,
go buy one.
I can't wait for next week.
Well, y'all, it was fun talking about fuck boys, fuck girls, all of that fun stuff. I could have talked for hours, but we only have 90 minutes. So stay tuned to next week's show. Come back through. We always got good stuff that we want to talk to you about and share with you. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat at @kissthis_Ash. And yeah. See ya.
All right, y'all. I'm tired. I'm about to watch me a movie. I ain't playing no games tonight. I'm about to probably stream me a movie, and that's what I'm gonna do. School is back in full effect. I enjoyed that little break I had last week, but gotta get back to reality. So there's that.
Lauren did go?
Did Lauren go? Oh, I'm sorry.
Uh-uh.
Go ahead, Lauren. I'm usually the second to last. I thought Lauren went. That's my fault.
No, ain't much going on except work, but I am off on Monday, so that's the come up. You can catch me at MSMARVEL 83 on Instagram for all the shenanigans and shit in between. Appreciate y'all for coming through and kicking it, for all things black and nerd in between. Stay safe. Don't let the hoes get you, and just keep it pushing.
All right, y'all. We finna log off. We love y'all. We love talking to y'all. Stay tuned for us next week. Follow me at Nico Cosplays on Twitter. Cosplays Nico on Twitter. Sorry, and Nico Cosplays on Instagram and ICHO_cosplays. And check me out on my Facebook page. New cosplay page coming up soon, so stay tuned for it. Mother loves you. We always here for you. Stay tuned for next week. Love you guys. Yeah.
Cool.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.